Hey everybody, I just want to make a quick little review video for you guys so that it can help you study. I'm just going to go over the basic page here that I posted on Google Classroom. So remember, our goal 95% of the time is to make it look like y equals mx plus b. All right. There'll be some questions where you're going to make it look like the ugly cousin, and I'll tell you, you could just stop there. But most of the questions you're going to y equals mx plus b. Okay. So remember, m is a slope and b is the y-intercept. So because that's true, what we're going to do is, well, no.
You busy?
I'm recording something. Give me 10 minutes. Where are you going to be hanging out?
You gonna have lunch?
Yeah, I'll hang out with you.
You want to be here?
I'll go to Europe.
All right, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Get late.
Peace. So, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So for this one, since they tell me outright the slope is 1/3 and the y-intercept is -5, I could just write the answer. Y equals, my m is 1/3, x minus 5. Don't forget the x. Some of you guys have been forgetting the x. Don't forget the x. But that's it. Remember, my goal is to make it look like this guy. I always want to take the least amount of steps to get it to this guy. Everything we're doing is to get to this guy. Sometimes the ingredients are already made for us, so we just put it together and we have it done. Sometimes we have to figure out the ingredients. So for this one, remember, a y-intercept, or b, is where it hits the y-axis. So in this case, it hits the y-axis at -1. So my b is -1. My slope is how my line moves. That's why it's m for movement. So I go down twice. So I go down -2. So I'm going down 2, and I'm going to go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go down 5, or right 5, my bad. So since I went down 2, that's why it's -2. Because that's true, now I have my m and now I have my b. Again, now I can write my equation. Y equals -2/5 x minus 1. So that's my answer for that. Over here, remember, we're trying to make it look like y equals mx plus b. Because we're trying to make it look like that, I need to get the y by itself. So in this scenario, what I'm going to do is subtract 4x on both sides. So -2y equals -4x plus 14. After I do that, I need to get the y by itself. So I'm going to divide by -2. Remember, both things get divided by -2. So y equals -4 divided by -2. That's +2. And 14 divided by -2, that's -7. So y equals 2x minus 7. Next one, we're in this situation where we have a point and a slope. So since I'm given a point and a slope, I'm kind of forced to use the ugly cousin, which is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, or the point slope form is called. So in this case, I know this is my first point, x1. This is my second point, y1. And then the other thing, the slope, is my m. The reason I have to use the ugly cousin is because I'm given the y1, the x1, and the m to plug in. So I'm going to do y minus 3 equals -3 times x. Remember, since I'm plugging in a -1, that means it's going to be double negative. It's technically is going to happen. It's minus -1. So since it's minus -1, it becomes technically +1. So +1. In this situation, I'm going to take the -3 and distribute. So y minus 3 equals -3x minus 3. Then I need to get y by itself. Just like before, I got to get y by itself. So I'm going to do +3, These both cancel out. That could happen. That doesn't always happen, but that could happen. So y equals negative 3x. I don't have to write plus 0. And I know someone was going to ask, if I write plus 0, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's just a little improper. All right, last one is the 2 points. In this situation, I had a point and a slope. So a point and a slope. In this situation, I have 2 points. So what I'm kind of forced to do is first find the slope, which I'm going to have to use the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. After I find the slope formula, I'm going to have to change it to this one, which is y minus y1, the ugly cousin, equals m x minus x1. And after I get the ugly cousin, I eventually go to what I really wanted to go to the first time, which is going to be the perfect guy, y equals mx plus b. So first thing I'm going to have to do is find the slope. So I got to do that first. So I'm going to have to call this x1, y1, and I'm going to call this x2, y2. So it's going to be negative 13, y2, minus negative 7, so double negatives plus 7, over x2, 8, minus negative 4, that makes it plus 4, so 4. Negative 13 plus 7 is negative 6. Negative 8 plus 4 is 12. For your life to be easier, you should simplify. So that should be negative 1 over 2. That's my m. Now that I have an m and I have a coordinate point, I can use that to do the math for the next section. So I'm going to plug it into this guy. So it's going to be y plus 7 equals negative 1 over 2 x plus 4. Notice it looks the same as this. Then I'm going to have to distribute negative a half. Reminder, if you're doing it in the calculator, you should type negative 1 divided by 2 times 4 when you do the numbers. So y plus 7 equals negative a half x minus 2. After that, I'm going to have to subtract 7 on both sides. So my final answer is going to be y equals negative 1 half x plus 9. I'm sorry, minus 9. Okay. In terms of the first 2 pages of the test, this is pretty much the first 2 pages of the test, is this stuff. The other thing I want to talk about is parallel and perpendicular. So over here, remember, if you have a parallel lines, that means the slopes are the same. If you have perpendicular, that means the slopes are opposite. And what do I mean by opposite? That means flip the fraction, switch the signs. And if it's neither means it doesn't do the same or the opposite. So the first 3 questions is going to go over. In this scenario, the slopes are the same, 3 and 3. Because the slopes are the same, I can say this is parallel. In this one, the slopes have switched signs, but it does not flip the fraction. Because it does not flip the fraction, it is not perpendicular. They're not the same, so they're not parallel. So this one's neither. I'll just write none. And for this one, negative 1, 4, and 4, remember, a whole 4 is technically 4 over 1. So the fraction is flipped, and it's negative. So this one is perpendicular. Hopefully this little video helps. Good luck tomorrow.